The attention to detail was so good. And I think it's a way of reintroducing people to what the Beatles did, which was, in those later years, much more complicated than anybody gave them credit for. They are wonderful, those last albums, they're just wonderful. And the Analogues show you. They don't let you listen to it, they show it to you. Say, this is what it was like. And it's relentlessly accurate, isn't it?
Er heel veel mensen zijn ook in Nederland en buiten Nederland, eigenlijk in de hele wereld eigenlijk, die een dergelijke emotie hebben bij de muziek van de Beatles om dat live te horen. Want waar hoor je het? Je hoort het nergens.
I have seen a few Beatle cover bands. And the Analogues is Beatle music for adults.
Nou, en nu kregen we dus inderdaad een schrijver van deze meneer uit Atlanta die ons op internet volgde en daar een soort van fan door was geworden. En die had van zijn vrouw dan in zijn eentje airline ticket en showticket cadeau gekregen. Dus die is hier nu vanochtend geland en die gaat vanavond in Den Haag ons bezoeken. Nou, dat is toch wel best. Het is één persoon uit één land, maar het is illustratief voor het fanatieke interesse die er is wereldwijd.
I want to hear the full sound. When I saw the Beatles, they had Vox amplifiers and girls screaming, and they couldn't hear themselves, let alone you hear them. I came via Boston and Reykjavik, so you can imagine I don't know where I am. And tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I'm back on the plane going home. It's insane. Why? If it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be doing this. They said, happy birthday, dear, here's a ticket to see the Analogues in Holland. I came 6,000 miles to see you.
The gentleman from Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia. I went to film school. I became a film editor. For 6 years I worked in film department in the BBC. Then I went into radio. I became a radio and TV producer, and I was also had a radio show. And guess what music I was playing all the time? George Martin came round to promote something which was nothing to do with the Beatles. And for some reason, I got to interview him. And what happened was that he had time to spare. And I was, quote, I had to look after him. So I took him to lunch. And I was able to ask him all sorts of questions that I couldn't ask him on tape. And I thought at the end of it, what a gentleman. What a gentleman. I think the Analogues are doing something the Beatles couldn't have done. I don't think they could have played the White Album live because it was constructed, wasn't it? It was constructed as it went along. And this is taking it seriously. I think it's wonderful.
Another guest.
What can I say except thank you?
No, thank you for coming.
No. You don't realize how important what you're doing is, because as I was saying, it's only you hear what you see, and it's only by watching you guys that you suddenly start seeing what they were playing. Because there are things I missed completely that I got because somebody appears with a bell. And you go, oh God, yeah, that's what the sound is. No, I think what you're doing is incredibly valuable.
Right, thank you very much.
So keep at it.
The trip?
Oh, are you kidding me? Is it worth the trip back? That's the question. Yeah. It was the most spectacular birthday present I've ever had. And it was a 71st birthday. Very good.